takes. It's gonna be some cuts. It's gonna be some adjustments and shit like that. But again, I'm your host, Prophet Rothstein. That's your host.
Ridge, grind harder,
And
inspire.
this is Cloth Talk. You feel me?
You want to talk about how we came about this podcast? You want to get
Go
straight
ahead.
into
Go
it?
ahead. Go ahead.
So
Tell them what's going on.
The podcast was basically inspired by, us just building with each other every day, texting. We'll meet up with each other and we'll just build and just throw each other and feed each other this positive energy of growth that we got going on with each other, man. And it just really inspired me from my struggles. I turned my struggles into my strength, and I felt like, you know what? I know some people out here going through some things that's caught up in their struggles that feel like they just so deep, to their eyes in the dirt, and they don't know how to get out of it. So I done wiggle my way up out of it. I feel like, if me and a lot of my people then beat the streets. So we need to speak on this and give our voice and our visual of some people who then made it through the struggle. So I wanted to come with this podcast and like minds think alike. And I just saw one day that my cousin was, presenting like, man, he gonna do this podcast. So I say, man, let's get together and do this podcast together. Why not?
Church.
We build together all the time. So let's get this podcast going. Let's get these vocals out here of these vibes and this positive energy of the struggle in the streets and what we've been through and how we then made it through. So if y'all in this struggle and y'all done been through something, we witnesses that you can make it through it. And we still struggling and going through things right now. So we're going to bring some topics, man, and we're going to see how we feel about it and see how y'all feel about it. And we're going to get through this together. So with that said, you bring the topic and we can go with it.
Okay, so shout out my man Jack Fo. Shout out my man Tommy. Agel Gardens, what's the word? Shout out Lakes. Hey Lakes, if you still in here, man, I need to talk to you, man. I need to bring you on screen. You know we need the rap, man. The topic for tonight is this. Does drill music influence Chicago street gang violence?
Cheryl, tonight, friends say it was a Chicago rapper who was gunned down here on one of Chicago's ritziest streets. They say 2 other people were also shot when 4 gunmen, witnesses say, jumped out of cars and fired from just a few feet away.
For all y'all who don't know what drill music is, drill music is I would say predominantly 75%. Maybe 70% of the music that
The new generation listen to.
You hear
basically.
Me? All right, there we go. You feel me?
I Googled it and it said it was formed in 2010 from the south side of Chicago due to the violence and the gang violence in Chicago. So that was kind of like amazing to me to see that. They actually had it in the Google that it was birthed in 2010, so
the shit definitely means something then. Like
it definitely means something.
It's absolutely effective, huh?
People eating off of this. A lot of people eating off of this. A lot of people, it's causing feelings. If Google got it going on, then it's something going on with this. So,
I'll be the first to answer the question.
Let's go.
Absolutely, positively, 100%, without a doubt, it does, in my opinion. And I'm going to tell you why. Like I stated before, music carries spirits. Whether you like it or not, whether you understand it or not, it's a fact. Music carries spirits. And what you feed into your mind, your subconscious, feast on that. So at the end of the day, the music understands, the record companies understand what kind of influence they have on pop culture, on society, on everything. We all go out and we buy what we see in the videos. We wear the hairstyles that we see Hollywood wear, you know. So bringing it closer to the crib, understanding that music carries spirits. You got to understand, man, the shit that's going on in the streets right now, it's really art imitating life. You know, this shit is entertaining to the world, but real talk, we losing motherfuckers out here. So while the world's entertained off of this, and while the record companies make so much money, you know what I'm saying? All they care about is the bottom line is the money, but at the same time, the players,
the radio stations,
absolutely, the players inside the game are real people. You know, so in my opinion, when you have so much attention being put on murder, on just a violent content anyway, with the musical backdrop, it's easy to remember. It get into your psyche easier. The tone, the melody, you know what I'm saying? So with that going on, working in coherence to the words, you don't understand, you feeding your spirit, man. You know what I mean? So understanding how trending shit work and understanding how influential the music industry is on our culture.
Exactly.
I absolutely believe that drill music plays a big part in Chicago street gang violence, because now you got shorties that listen to this shit and it's they shit, it's their favorite artist.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying?
You remember how back in the day your favorite album came out, you would listen to that motherfucker while you went to sleep?
Absolutely.
You'll fall asleep listening to the album.
With your headphones on.
With your headphones on.
Yeah.
That shit.
That's what I meant by feeding it to your
system.
psyche. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
You without you even knowing unconsciously, you become that shit. You know, you influenced by it. Music inspire people. You know what I'm saying? And you only listen to shit that inspire you and the shit that you can relate to. So just chiming in, you can keep going though.
Nah, that's big. I mean, because before we get to understand it, so these are the problems that people like Eminem have. You know, when they were saying, oh, this kid committed suicide, or this kid drunk bleach, or this kid in white America did this, that, and the other, and they're blaming it on the Eminem album, you know what I'm saying? This because they truly understand how this works, you know what I'm saying? And while you as an artist can sit there and say, it's not my fault that child, you may feel that way, but whether you like it or not, it is, you absolutely hold some type of responsibility to your fan base and what you feed them. You know what I mean? If a child, or let's just say anybody, since we're talking with M, let's just use M. Remember the Stand video from Eminem? And dude was so obsessed with M. The man, you know what I'm saying, bleached his hands, shit, you know what I'm talking about, and was writing letters to him and shit like that. Like, people really look up to music artists in these positions. Instagram is so simple. The word follow us. But if you really check it out, you really are a follower of that person. You want to know what that person's everywhere about is, what they got going on. It's almost like you worship that person.
This shit is deep. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be careful with the content you put out. But I'm going to totally, you know.
Danielle say, little kids see these rappers and want to be them, want to do everything they rap about. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Especially this generation of kids, you know. What else they got to look forward to? Ain't no more Cosby Show. Ain't no more Fresh Prince. Ain't no more Martin. So what else they got to look forward to?
Children are extremely impressive.
You know, YouTube, these families out here putting their kids out here opening toys and shit. You know, what else they got to look up to on the black side to inspire them to be better out here in these neighborhoods when they battling every day, when they wake up and brush their teeth and step out that front door and it instantly hit them in the air and they looking out at these vacant lots and shit and all these abandoned houses, what they got to inspire them to be better. This drill music to me is like they theme music. It's like they war cry. That's how I look at the theme music out here for these kids out here today. It's what they going through. You know what I'm saying? And I can't really fault, you know, the Dirks of the world. I can't really fault none of these guys, the G Herbo's, none of these guys. You know, they speaking a peace out here. And it just is what it is. What we gonna do about this? I don't think the drill music is exactly, you know, the meat and potatoes of what's going on with Chicago violence in the gangs, because I want to chop that word gangs out because it ain't no more gang banging. That's old school.
Church.
You know, this is old school right here. Gang banging is old school. But damn, I wish gang banging would have. I would take the gang banging versus this drill shit and all this shit, because the I can't really speak on some drill shit really. Like, I only could speak on, like, Bump was my man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To me, I tell people all the time, these his kids, but these his badass kids though. You know what I'm saying? Because Bump used to, it was like he was speaking, but he was giving niggas really, you know, he had the principles and the morals of the streets with this shit too, like necessary shit. So, this drill music to me is like they theme music, they soundtrack. You know, when they get up in the morning, they listening to this, the Ducks and the G Herbo's and the Dirks and all these people, the Vons and all this. So I don't think the drill music is really affecting, you know, the violence. I think it plays a part in it, but it's not the meat and potatoes of it. I think this shit go deeper. Chicago as a whole. If you look at Chicago as a whole and you go back in the times and they snatch out the fathers of the, you know, in the homes, and then they tear down the projects. You know what I'm saying? Like, Chicago always been a segregated ass city.
Absolutely, I agree.
So I mean, look at the political side of it. Look at our government. You know what I'm saying? Look at the government. Look, all of them have been in jail. You know what I'm saying?
I swear to God, look, you ain't never lied.
All of them been in jail.
Oh, the
man.
real.
So
George Wright,
Chicago
Blago,
is a city that's,
you know what I'm
if
saying?
you come from here, you got to be cut. You cut from a totally different cloth. And the drill music for these kids now is everything to them because it's what they going through. And I ain't mad at it. You know what I'm saying? The radios, I feel like they can kind of fall their ass back because they just playing the shit. They don't know what type of influence it has on
touch on that.
On Chicago as a whole. So they playing this shit. They don't know the hoods and the, you know, the blocks that these niggas standing on and where they come from. They just playing this shit.
Half of these guys don't got no moms. Either they was crackheads, dope fiends, prostitutes, boosters, or something. And they moms and father was lost to the same gang that we getting ourselves into now. If I lived by this gun and I was living by these drugs, this product that I'm selling, that I'm pushing in this neighborhood, and just putting food on my table and food inside my kids' mouths and keeping the roof over their head, then I'm not going to put it down. You telling me to put it down with no way out.
Without an outlet, the message can't reach the masses.
Exactly. Without the platform, what you doing?
Absolutely. So
I mean,
at the end of the day, the radio gonna play it because shit, that's the job. They part of the scheme. But my problem with Chicago radio, and it's just a complete double standard. You say put the guns down in one, you know what I'm saying, in one statement, and then right after that, you play kill a motherfucker.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
they out for profit, man. You know what I'm saying? And this generation right here is basically influenced off of clout. That clout shit, we didn't used to say clout back in the day.
No, sir.
There's some new shit to me, clout, you know, and fame. That's what they want, fame and clout. And it's influenced by the money. And you got to, come on, they taught us this at an early age. Anger is a motherfucker.
Absolutely.
You know, Tyson used to fight with anger.
Absolutely.
That's why, you know, Holyfield did what he did to him. These kids out here today is driven off of anger because the way they was brought up, the parenting and all this shit. So they come in these broken homes and then they got to go outside and they angry. They got to go to school. They angry. they gotta hit these streets. They angry, but they so talented and so gifted. You know what I'm saying? That the anger is kind of misguiding them, kind of. You know, if you look at the music right now, I just heard that song today. You know what I'm saying? Off of G Herbo album. I was amazed by that shit. I never heard that with him and Chance the Rapper.
With
you know, that PTSD.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, these guys. Dirk always been one of my favorites. You know what I'm saying? But these guys are that they fueled off of anger. You know, and they so talented and gifted, but the anger inside of them is just. That's what's causing all this violence out here.
I think the generation is just emotional, period.
We all emotional though.
Nah. When I say emotional, I mean we all have emotions. That's absolutely correct. We all have them, but
right.
At some point in time, we've all learned to control the different aspects of our emotions. Anger in itself is an emotion, you know what I mean? And when I say emotions is when you coming from the homes that you're speaking of,
yeah,
and your reality is what it is. When you we'll say this, when you coming from those type of backgrounds and you get inside the streets and you link up with 4 other niggas that's just like you, with the same background, and then you form your little clique.
Exactly.
Your faction. Now these are your brothers. Now this bro now.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, if you and bro them going to the gas station and one of bro them get into an argument with somebody else in the gas station, and fool put them hands up and them knocking bro ass clean the fuck out, your next reaction, all 4 of y'all next reaction, is to do what?
I don't know, because all 4 of y'all might not be built the same.
Nope. I'm talking about right now.
In the moment?
Right now. No, right now. We talking about
all these kids now?
That's what we talking about.
Oh, they gonna kill them.
Right. All right. What you say? They gonna do what?
They gonna kill them.
They gonna kill him. They gonna kill him.
They ain't gonna ask questions later. None of that shit.
For knocking his
you know,
ass out.
But I'm saying these 4 kids came from some broken shit.
Absolutely.
They all angry. They all came out the crib. Ain't brushed their fucking teeth. Ain't got no book bags. They all came out the crib ready.
Yeah.
Let's do some shit. And ain't none of them been guided right at all. So you got these angry ass kids that's talented as hell, got all this energy, you know how to rap, know how to sing, know how to dance. We got Chris, all this shit in one, and they coming out the crib and they angry.
Angry at what though?
At they self, at they mom. They don't know what the fuck they angry at.
But Reg, look though, check it out. We came from the very same motherfucking backdrop, bro.
No.
Not man, they hell no, bro. You get fucked, bro. Really?
No.
Really, bro?
The root of us all was broken from slavery, but it was built a little bit different. We came from a village. Ain't no village no more. These kids getting raised, they mamas is 16 years old. They grandmas is fucking 34 years old.
I'm not speaking on.
They been if you come out the crib, if you in the crib and your mama say you bitch ass little boy, you know this shit fucks with a nigga psyche.
I'm talking about we come outside and we come outside to the same abandoned buildings, the same vacant lots, the same kerosene heaters on the floor to keep us warm.
Dude, but we was flipping. We made that shit better.
You can't.
We was flipping on the mattresses and shit.
Yeah.
We was in abandoned buildings making up our own. We was making better this shit.
Because that was another time.
We was fueled by we was influenced and fueled by money and gangster shit where there was morals and principles behind this shit.
What was our soundtracks back then? We was influenced by what?
It was a different it was a whole different tone.
Scene, right? It was a total different music scene. Money, gangster shit, drug dealing.
But gangsters was totally different. If you ask anybody, one of their favorite movies was Goodfellas. Them niggas was gangsters, but the niggas was eating at their mama house.
Yeah.
respectful ass niggas.
I'm talking
This
about
is a totally different upbringing of the kids, though.
No, we're trying to identify music to behavior. Let's not get lost inside of
what you
what's
said.
going
You said
on.
did
music.
drill music fuel the violence, the gang violence in Chicago? And
So
to me,
when
it didn't.
So listen, ask me this question. When
it
we were
didn't
younger,
fuel it.
when we
It's the
were younger,
soundtrack for
who did
these
you listen
kids.
to? Who did you listen to when you was younger?
When I was young,
When you was younger, who did you listen to?
like young, what you talking? What age?
I mean, like when you
When I
started
was 9, 8 years old.
Who
Dollars
was
a
your
Fact.
favorite rapper?
Shit,
When you was
Nas.
a shorty.
Nas.
How was you when you got Nas?
I was young, grade school, elementary.
Okay.
You know, we had Chicago rappers too, though.
No.
Do or die, shit like that.
Yeah, but I'm saying who was. Oh, let me ask you this: who would you listen to while you bagging up?
Who would I listen to while I'm back? Shit, Nas.
You listen to Nas while you bagging up?
Yeah, you know, I fuck with.
You ain't never listen to no. I ain't,
You know, I fuck with Bump. You know,
I-
Bump is
wait,
my
wait.
nigga. I fuck with Bump,
We
but
gonna get the Bump. I ain't never walked in on you bagging up to Jeezy, bro.
definitely. But Jeezy was later on though,
No, but okay. But I'm saying though, why Jeezy?
because that nigga was talking that shit,
What was he talking?
and he inspired me to
do what?
He inspired me, nigga. Don't get an 8-ball, nigga. Get a key. Don't get a key, nigga. Go get 3 buildings. Don't get a chain, nigga. Go get a Maybach, nigga. Fuck that. Let's go. Lift your fucking head up to the
Jeezy.
sky. Let's
Jeezy
go,
did
nigga.
that.
Jeezy was talking that shit.
I hear you. That's my
He
man.
was talking.
That's my man.
Jeezy
But
was
the
talking
point-
necessary shit.
The point is,
And I'm a necessary nigga, and I came from that, so I identify
what was
myself
the
with
first thing
Jeezy.
you said Jeezy inspired you to do? Don't get an 8-ball. Come on, we gonna keep it plain and fucking
But nigga,
simple.
but nigga, be smart with it, nigga.
Don't go too far.
Nigga, be
Don't
smart
go too far.
when you
Don't-
moving in the streets. Be smart with
Don't
it.
go too far into it. We keeping it a direct click cut line. Music and influence.
Nigga, we
Music
talking
and
about
influence. We gonna get there. We gonna get there. But I'm showing you how music absolutely.
When Jeezy came on the
has
scene,
influence.
nigga, I was already working.
You was. So what was you listening to?
The
Though?
phone was already, nigga.
Who you
I
listening
can
to?
talk to Jeezy about my phone
Who you
ringing just like
listening
his
to?
shit.
Who was listening to though?
Nigga, I was listening to
All right.
everybody.
So you trying to tell me music has no influence? Music had no influence.
It definitely was the soundtrack. It was playing in the background
The
as I was
culture
working
had
these
no
streets.
influence. Had no influence.
The culture as a whole, definitely, but the culture as a whole didn't change. Now that's what I'm saying. This
Right.
these kids' theme music out here. This drill music is what they going through.
Absolutely.
They can relate to this drill music because that's the shit that they doing out here. Like I said, this shit is influenced by
And you
anger.
can relate to what Jeezy was doing because that's the shit that you doing out here.
Exactly, that I was doing out here. But they doing something totally different out here now.
Yeah, because they didn't
I'm
change.
saying,
They
because-
changed the narrative.
Because listen to this.
That's my
when a
point.
When a nigga got a car, nigga got some Jordans or something. A nigga back in the day, a nigga was like, nigga, I got this, I earned this, nigga. That was what we got this shit for the show, nigga. This is what we, I work hard for this shit. And
That
if
was
you
the
ever
call.
dare take it, nigga, you know
That
what's
was
gonna
the
happen.
call. That
But
was the
these
call.
these
That
young
was the
niggas nowadays, it's about clout and shit. Like they go
Popularity.
the drugs and all this
Notoriety.
shit is a big influence on them, fueled by the anger and the clout and the fame is what they want. Back in the day, if a nigga had some money in the crib, he ain't gonna tell too many niggas about it. These niggas gonna tell everybody about it.
Absolutely.
Silence and secrecy. That was a whole big thing back then. That's what I'm saying. We was groomed a totally different way, but I can respect the way that they coming up now. That's what I'm saying. It's an impact. It comes back from when generational shit. You know what I'm saying? The drill music is just their theme music. It's their soundtrack to their lives right now. But I don't think that's what created all this violence in Chicago.
No.
I don't think that's what created all the violence in Chicago.
Don't get it twisted. That was not the statement.
But you spoke on the
does
violence, the
drill
gang
music-
music in Chicago.
Does
You just
drill
spoke
music
about that now though?
Does drill? No. The question was there.
Does drill music what? Say it.
Influence Chicago street gang violence? And the answer is absolutely.
Like I said, it ain't the meat and potatoes behind this shit.
Okay, but
It's
listen.
the soundtrack. It's the theme music for these shorties out here. It's not what it didn't birth. The violence birthed drill music. That's what birthed this shit.
No.
What birthed drill? Where did drill music come from?
It has its place in there.
Where did
It
it
has
come
its place
from?
in there. It has its place in there.
What you rap about? The shit you going through in your life at the moment. The shit that affects you the most, and that's what they talking about.
Yeah.
That's what these kids. That's what they talking about.
But then what did it grow to? What do you say? What is it all about now?
The clout, the fame.
So a motherfucker,
but they feel like
a motherfucker kill you for the name.
But you
a
gotta
motherfucker
understand,
kill you for the name.
But you gotta understand, Chicago right now is buzzing off of the violence.
Absolutely.
That's what I said.
So
These
we're
radio
down to the bottom line,
shit,
the revenue,
you
right?
can't get signed unless you want in Chicago. The drill music right now.
Absolutely.
You know, like
hell
the
yeah.
shit that happened
Well,
with Duck and all these guys.
That's why I quit.
This shit was inspired through these record labels right now. They looking for drill music. What you talking about? You from Chicago? Who you shot? Who you killed? They ain't saying that on the radio, but when they sign you, that's one of the things that they got inside their head. Damn, we hope this nigga got some money. You know what I'm saying? Like he can influence some of these kids so we can sell this shit out here.
Or they see you got what you got going on, and they provide you with a bigger platform to cover,
to promote this bullshit.
To get a bigger,
you know what I'm saying?
outcome.
But like I said, I gotta respect what these kids going through. It's their theme music.
It's not about being
disrespectful. It's they
Listen,
soundtrack.
you gotta respect to give you from the streets. Period. It's not. Listen, I don't want anyone to get this twisted. It's not about being disrespectful at all. The question is simple. Again, don't be emotional about the topic. The question is simple. Does drill music influence Chicago street gang violence? And there's no way. I mean, even with you digging deep, see, when you start talking about the homes and shit like that.
But I'm a deep nigga though.
I get that, but I'm finna break it down.
I'm not finna,
you breaking down the narrative of their life as to why they're violent.
But
like anything,
the birth of drill music.
We talking about, is it contagious?
Definitely.
Does drill music have the power to take a nigga that really ain't no motherfucking killer and influence him to at least try that? If he around 4 niggas that's killers, and he ain't really no motherfucking killer, but he feeding his spirit this motherfucking drill music, you know what I'm saying? Do you think that music has the power to influence him to knock a nigga down one time? For the clout. These are your words. For the clout, for the fame, for the notoriety of knocking a motherfucker down. Just so he can say, hey, fool them, hey, shorty, he ain't no punk, boy, he got to count.
It's about a count. I mean, it's
all right. So the question is, do you think drill music? Now, okay, fuck it. We're gonna go ahead and
like I told you, I think that it's their theme music.
Yeah.
I think that right now.
Well, let's cut to it then. Let's talk about the disrespect inside the music.
That's a whole. Now, I gotta go back then.
No, I mean, I
mean, was raised disrespectful. Period. You know, we didn't never disrespect. You could be a nigga that you want to do something too. We ain't gonna disrespect you. We just gonna do what we gonna do. Like I said, silence and secrecy.
So what genre would you put the disrespect into? What genre of music would you put the disrespect into?
It ain't no genre of music.
It's not?
I mean, it's drill, but.
Okay. So now, drill music, disrespectful. Inside of this music, let me tell you something. Going back to being emotional in the generation. When you are afforded an outlet to where the whole world can disrespect somebody that you love and they don't even know you or them. They don't even live in the same motherfucking state you in. But because the music outlet, the catchy tone behind someone saying fuck your loved one, and presenting a certain area, that alone, having the power to have the whole world disrespecting someone you love that they don't even know you. But the chant behind it is catchy. The melody behind it is catchy. And the next thing you know, you got a whole fucking club disrespecting your homie.
Chant some shit that they don't even know about.
Don't even know they being disrespectful, and maybe half of them do. But you know.
Exactly.
How does that feel?
To me?
How would it feel?
To these kids that's in the midst of that shit?
How does it feel to these kids that's in the midst of that shit?
You know, it fuel.
It fuels emotion, that anger.
Yeah.
So this is what I mean about the power of music. This is what I'm saying. The power of music. It's powerful.
You gotta look at it too. These kids nowadays, they're looking at this shit as a platform for them to get out the hood. So
absolutely,
they trying to get signed, nigga. They trying to get the fuck up out the way. They trying to get them and they guys a bag. They like, nigga, if this the wave, let's ride this motherfucker and get up out of here.
This is true.
So some of them victims of this shit too.
All of them.
You know what I'm saying? They looking at it like, if I can get a bag by doing this shit, and Chicago is the wave, nigga. I'm from Chicago. Let me jump on this bitch and do what the fuck I need to do. And when they do that, it get kind of a little bit gloomier and darker out here.
Not a little bit, because that wave
that
begin to swallow your ass up, because it's not just about music. Hey, this is, first of all, understand music is mass produced. It ain't about being creative no more at all to begin with. Music is mass produced. If Johnny made this kind of album and this nigga went 1 platinum, 2 platinum, and this is my artist, I'm gonna tell, this is why so many people fall out with creative control. I'm gonna tell Bobby to make an album just like Johnny did, because my only interest in you is to recoup what the fuck I done put in you. And Johnny done already proved that this method works. So here it is, you had a motherfucker that ain't even Johnny. Johnny might be a real motherfucking killer. You know what I'm saying? But Bobby ain't a real motherfucking killer. But Bobby see that this is the motherfucking lane. So Bobby start being disrespectful to some motherfuckers he don't even get. You know what I'm saying?
So it ain't the drill music. It's the platforms that they putting this shit on. That's what I'm saying.
All that plays a part. It's the radio stations.
It's the shows that's out here promoting this shit and really don't know what it's about. You can get on off YouTube. You don't need no fucking radio no more. No nobody sell no fucking albums no more. This shit is all about streaming. So when these kids get on here and they talk they shit, the radios, they feeding off this shit too, and that's how they eating off this shit. But they don't know what it's affecting, how it's affecting Chicago as a whole with these kids out here. So I don't think that this shit is fueling these kids out here. Like I said, it's what they living. It's what they fucking going through. So they waking up and they writing raps about this shit. This is their life. This is their fucking theme music. This is their fucking. This is their soundtrack to their life right now. This is how they get up. Like I said, they get up and they maneuvering through life right now. This they compass right now. They don't have no morals. They don't have no morals right now.
Do you think that same compass can guide them up somebody else that's lost, that is not their life, and make it and have it become their life? Because you do have people out here children out here, youth out here, that whether they like it or not, they're impressionable.
I mean, I just left the crib and my daughter was singing a song off YouTube. So this shit is real out here.
Okay.
So if you hear a song 5 times back to back, after a while, you gonna sing it no matter fucking what.
All right. So.
But what I'm saying is, Chicago violence goes deeper than the drill music. The drill music is just something that inside of us, these kids nowadays, not us, but this new generation. It's what it is. It's right now. It's them. It's like I keep telling you. It's their theme music. They waking up to this shit. This is who they are right now. But I don't think the drill music is exactly the blame for all the violence. I think it go deeper than that. And if you would be a fool to ignore that shit, that the drill music it comes from a whole bunch of shit that was inside of me, you, and some more motherfuckers. It comes from, you know, the parenting and all this shit. These kids are angry out here, man. He just got killed. He's what, 26 years old? Mm-hmm. That's young.
Very. That's a baby.
That's young, man, getting killed at 26 years old. And I just went back and watched YouTube videos of him, and he was feeling so good. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, his visual was fucked up because he wake up every day. He was still in Chicago, and he was going through the gloomy and the darkness of Chicago. Like I said, your visual is everything.
So let me ask you this. What makes you stay here after you're afforded an out?
What makes you stay here after you're afforded an out?
Okay, so
I mean,
wait. Let me break the question down. I'm doing this for a way out. I'm doing this to get me and my family out of the hood. Now that I've accomplished that, I've been afforded a way out. What I was doing this for, I've been given. What makes you stay here?
Come on, man. You already know that.
I'm asking you.
If you've been doing the same shit forever, change is hard. Change is hard, man. And this is all they know is Chicago. And right now, if you leave, they saying, nigga, you gonna leave? You left us, nigga? You gonna go to LA? You gonna, I'm not saying that that's the wrong thing to do, but, it's a lot of peer pressure out on these kids. So they feel like, they feel like, fuck it, I'm finna stay and beat the odds, because we all trying to beat the odds. That's what the fuck we here for.
So at a point in time where you have beat the fucking odds, I'm gonna ask you again, why are you still here?
Why am I still here? Why they still
Because listen, look, this is your point. You know what I'm saying? You don't see anything else. You need a way out. This is the way.
Let me explain something
You know
to
what
you.
I'm saying? So
even if you're not here, your mentality is still here. So you go move to LA with the fucking Chicago mentality. You still the same shit. You just change your environment, but you still got the same habits and shit.
So you can take a nigga out
So,
together, but you can't take together out.
You can't take that shit out of nigga. Right. So you got to rehabilitate yourself. These kids now, like I said, they angry. So if you move these motherfuckers to Wyoming, they still gonna be angry. And when they see some niggas, and they gonna flare up at these niggas because nigga, stop playing with me. You gotta change the narrative with these kids. But it's deeper. It's deeper than rap. It's deeper than drill music.
Absolutely. No.
This is just their theme music.
Do you understand how influential drill music is on the whole fucking world right now?
The whole world. I mean, motherfuckers
bro.
following it don't even know what it is.
We are from the city, the neighborhoods, literally the neighborhoods where drill music derived from. And this you can never say it doesn't have an influence. It has its own genre.
I just told you I Googled the shit. But what I'm telling you is...
Wait. MD said, never heard of it. Went to Google, and this is what I found. Under drill music, it is definitely, by its dark, violent, nihilistic lyrical content, and ominous trap influence beats.
Well, you better go to another fucking Google, because I just Googled this shit. I'm going to have to screenshot this shit. And it said... 2010, it was born in 2010 from the south side of Chicago, from gang members and gang violence in Chicago.
Yeah.
Rapping, and then it went
dark lyrical content.
And it went deeper.
Yeah.
And it was birthed in 2010, drill music. So, I mean, they know what the fuck they didn't make this shit up, I mean.
So look, shout out Dreadhead Media. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out my nigga Steven Rogers, Booney. Look, I say your whole shit. Yeah,
Booney, what up, man?
He say, so what's the solution? That's
what I was getting at. Like, when he didn't let me say my piece, I was gonna come. Drill music is not the meat and potatoes behind this shit. It's the effect behind this shit, but it's not what caused this shit. Drill music is something that these kids had inside of them, and they wanted to express themselves, so they let this shit out on a platform, and these hungry ass motherfuckers snatched it up, and they started promoting it and putting it out there, but they didn't know exactly what it was, and now they looking at it like, damn, drill music is a problem. This these kids' life. You know what I'm saying? This is what they wake up to every fucking day, angry, going through shit. Now, how we solve this shit is better parenting. You know what I'm saying? Like I was finna say before, I think this shit started with them snatching up the fathers out the household at first, and then what better way what did we have to influence us? Then they came and they snatched up the second best thing that was influencing us, which was these leaders on these streets. My generation, we had leaders on these streets. We had Larry, we had Ford, we had some more people, even if I'm missing some people, but we had some more people that was really came in and helped, guide some of us. The structure was real out here. They ain't got no structure no more. So it's kind of different for these kids out here. They going haywire. If you ain't got no structure, sooner or later it's gonna be chaos. And these kids going haywire, and it's the parenting. And we gotta start snatching up the youth at a young age and showing them and inspiring them and letting them know that there's something different out here. When I was a kid, I looked up to the niggas on the streets that was respectful but was getting money. I wanted to get some money. You know, we was doing something different. Right now, they doing body counts. Back then, we was trying to count our money up. We was trying to do something different. We was thinking about the money. But what you do as a kid right now.
That's what was glorified to us then, bro. Drug dealing, bro. The Rakims, the shit like
No.
bro.
Fuck the Rakims. I'm talking about in Chicago.
We talking about, nah, bro, listen.
I'm talking about in Chicago. I'm talking about what we had to inspire
when we
us.
was shorties, nigga, we didn't have no, what you mean? So, I
listened to Rakim, but that wasn't a nigga who I woke up and saw on the block. A nigga who I woke up and saw on the block with New Balance on. You know
Was
what
a
I'm
drug
saying?
dealer, right?
With a J30.
Was a drug
nigga
dealer, right?
With some money, but was respectful as hell. You know what I'm saying? If the nigga saw my grandma, he'd help her. That influenced me to be respectful as a gangster. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was listening to the Bump. The introduction of a gangster, y'all need to listen to that.
How old were you?
I was a little bit older back then when I was listening to the Bump.
All right then.
What I'm saying is
the
influence when I was younger was way different than the influence
Absolutely,
now.
because you grow. You grow though. The point that I'm trying to make to you is
before I was growing as a kid, I looked up to niggas who was respectful. These kids nowadays don't look up to respect. They look up to clout.
they not respecting nobody. They ain't putting no money over their soul. If you ain't putting no money in their motherfucking hand, there is no respect for you. Because there is no organization, bro. There is no structure. You're speaking about a time that is undeniable. I'm not disputing any fact that you're saying. Everything that you're saying is absolutely correct.
This is the roots of what the fuck going on right now. This is what I'm saying.
Well, the roots have been uprooted. And this is a different day and age. The day and age that you're speaking about does not fucking exist anymore. And if you don't listen. If you don't get a grip on the politics of how this shit work in this day and age, bro, you might not.
Tell me, enlighten me. What, like he said, what can we do with this drill music and all this shit? What can we do to inspire and get our youth back? What can we do? If the drill music is the fuel behind all this violence, what can we do?
I didn't say it was the fuel. I said,
what was it then? What you said?
It influenced it. You cannot.
It influenced.
You can't. You absolutely. And I'm showing you how
commercials influence. If you see a McDonald's commercial, you want to eat McDonald's chicken nuggets. Mm-hmm. Nigga, you want to get a Happy Meal. Mm-hmm. If you see Burger King, you want to get that Crown. Mm-hmm. So you can't tell me that influence ain't a big thing. So if you see
your motherfucking favorite rapper wearing this particular gold chain, you want that gold chain too.
But it was inspired.
If you see a particular rapper wearing a motherfucking certain hairstyle, when the fuck did niggas start wearing dreads in Chicago?
It was different.
When the fuck was there so much blood, gang? Show me a fucking blood set in Chicago, bro.
It was some shit back in the day.
No, my nigga. You're absolutely right.
It was back in the day.
You're absolutely right. Influence is a big fucking word. This is what we're talking about, influence.
Definitely.
And the things that you're saying is correct. But at the same time, the influence is on drill music right now. The influence is on a particular core set of music in hip-hop. Right now, hip-hop does not consist of the fucking Kanye Wests. Hip-hop does not consist of the Jay-Z's. Hip-hop does not consist of the Nas. Hip-hop does not consist of none of that motherfucking era. Right now, hip-hop consists of drill, Pop Smoke. Now, let's get into it. The world, Pop Smoke, is New York's drill rapper.
Influenced by some Chicago.
Influenced. It's a big word, right?
Yeah.
Influenced by some Chicago shit. I particularly worded the topic for it to be a particular way, huh? My shit is dead.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
still on though, but
I need to back and put my shit up. But listen, I particularly worded it a particular way so it can be held to its own.
that's strong. That's
Strong.
hard right
Absolutely.
That's
that
everything.
means you have the power to make another being
Follow you.
okay. And on Instagram, we have what?
Followers.
All right. So let me break again to you why I said, why I asked, does drill music influence Chicago street gang violence?
Yes, it influenced Chicago street. Fuck
That's all I
that.
was
Fuck
getting
that. Fuck
to.
that.
Everything you
That
said was
gang.
right.
Ain't no gangs no more, man. It's cliques and shit like that. Let's get this
Factions.
shit clear.
Right, factions.
We not gang banging out here no more. You know what I'm saying? I wish that shit would be way, different if we was gang banging out here. We clicking and shit out here now. They clicking and shit out here now. Not we, excuse me. I'm retired, man. I don't do that shit no more. I'm retired from the streets, man. But they clicking out here now, and influence is a big part of it. Okay. And I feel like these radios and all these streaming devices and all these these networks and shit, they misusing this shit. They abusing this shit. And somebody's chimed in and said, how we gonna change this shit? What we gonna do? What you started at with if the drill music is it, and I'm telling you, the drill music is not it. It's they theme. It's what they wake up to when they ain't brushing their fucking teeth.
Yeah, but
and they going out and they saying, "Nigga, I just made a rap today. Nigga, let's go."
Well, first of all, you got to like the same thing they doing with the fucking COVID. You have to contain the fucking virus. You have to stop spreading it. First of all.
How you stop spreading it though, B?
Cut the content.
The content is
the
most
DJ.
important.
The DJs have to stop playing murder rap.
Exactly. The DJs.
You, the fans, you gotta stop supporting death.
You can't blame the child for being violent without going to the parents. You know what I'm saying? So don't come to us talking about how violent society is and are we promoting that. You go to
why
the
it's
top.
important to take a particular step to contain what the fuck is going on, because this shit is going on in Chicago like this now, but we just recognize that this shit is influential across the fucking world.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. With the airways, we influencing other countries. We got motherfuckers over in China talking about some shit they don't even know shit about on Chicago streets. But it also, you got to look at both sides. We got motherfuckers over there in China talking about shit they don't know about, but we got our rappers over there touring in China. So it makes money for these guys, man. So you got to understand why these niggas going so hard for this shit, because they like, nigga, this is my only way to get out. It's a double standard for these niggas. So they like, nigga, I hate it, but at the same time, if it could make some money for me, nigga, I'm about it.
But here
so,
I am.
So I'm caught up. I'm caught up in this shit.
Because now here it is.
I'm caught up in this shit. If you give me $1 million and I move to LA and I start talking about some different shit, would my fans still love me? Nah. Would they still follow me? Would I still have 1 million viewers?
No, you won't.
So now you got to look at that shit and understand what they saying. You know what I'm saying? It's ugly for them. It feel like they can't win no matter which way they go. So when you talk about leaving Chicago,
accountability is what I'm talking about.
When you talk about that leaving accountability,
accountability. No, it's not. This is what I'm talking
These young
about.
kids in the drill music accountability, they don't even fucking accountability. What the fuck is that?
No, I'm talking
You
about.
mean account? My account?
No, you're right.
$1 million that they put in my shit?
Accountability.
Account?
No.
Bank account?
Accountability from the motherfuckers.
They don't know shit about no accountability right now, B. They don't know shit about that.
Listen, your own point was they doing it to make it out. Exactly. So once you make it the fuck out, once you become a big homie and you realize you have this much influence and you realize you got 1.5 million people watching your fucking life every day, no matter what you do. Right. Once you realize that, at what point are you held accountable for what you feed somebody else, bro?
If you got a pit, right?
Uh-huh.
And it's another pit, and they say, let's fight these pits. Mm-hmm. Y'all accountable for them breaking up, right?
For
breaking up the fucking fight of the pits. Y'all gonna let them fight to the death, or y'all gonna break their ass up? So what I'm saying these kids are fueled by anger. They not fucking, they just battling right now. They just trying to fight for their fucking life. Now the outside is the radio stations and the social media. Them the motherfuckers that can pull back on this shit. But these kids, they in the ring, they battling, they swinging, they fighting for their fucking life. And what's fuel behind it is the fame and the clout. That's all they fucking know. They don't come from the generation we come from. So the fuel and the fame is what they fighting. That's what fuels them.
So
they in a fucking war
let me ask you
with
a
each
question.
other and
Let me
themselves.
ask you a question.
And what I'm saying is, when you got two pits fighting, it's up to y'all to take them and break that stick and break their fucking jaws and get that lock off their ass.
First of
So
all,
are we gonna
if
take
you-
the lead and break the fucking lock off their jaws?
I got a pit bull.
Or we gonna let them fight to the death? That's what I'm saying.
Let me use your analogy. I got a pit bull. God damn it. You know what I'm saying? Understand something. Unless you bring another aggressive pit bull to my dog, he's not gonna bite your fucking dog. My dog will bite you to save his life or my wife's life or my kid's life.
So what
That's what my dog will bite you for.
What he gonna do when the fucking dog come in and say, fuck you, I'm biting this shit out you?
That's when he'll bite.
But I'm saying it's up to you.
Exactly.
It's up to you
exactly.
to break the fight up.
But
this fight is up to us to break up.
First of all,
and I'm saying it's influence behind radio stations, social media.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I just said.
I'm saying it's fuel
The
behind that.
DJs got to stop fucking playing murder rap.
But the DJs want to get paid too. So they in a situation, they fuck the DJs. No, the DJs not in it. No, fuck that. The DJs behind the radio stations is what, you know, the other DJs in the clubs, they boxed in because what they play.
No, understand.
R&B all
something.
fucking day. Ain't nobody coming to that shit.
Understand.
So they boxed
what
in.
What club you been in?
They boxed in.
No, I can't let you speak on the club scene like that, good buddy. No, I cannot. No, sir.
But what I'm saying is,
no, you're completely
what
right
I'm
about
saying-
the music, but the DJs that's spinning on the radio are the same DJs that's in the club we're talking about right now. We're not gonna say any names, but the DJs that spin on the radio are the same DJs that's in the club, and they're spinning the same shit. They're gonna spin what you want to fucking hear.
That's
know
what I'm
I'm
saying. They
They're gonna
boxed
spin
in,
what
B.
you support. You know what I'm saying?
B,
They're
B,
gonna spin, and if you want
B,
to hear,
B.
wait, if you want to hear,
B.
I killed your
They might-
homeboy, and I'm gonna say his fucking name, and my cousin and anybody from that area. So fuck your dead
B.
homie if they spin that.
B, they boxed in just like these kids out here. They boxed in. They trying to make some money. They want to make some money, man. Fuck that. They trying to make some money. I'm talking about this
does
bigger
that make it-
platform
so
with
that
these
make-
people who
so-
signing them
so
and
does
promoting
that-
all this bullshit.
So does that make it okay? Because
That
they wanna
doesn't
try to
make it
some
okay,
money.
but-
it sounds like you're justifying the means to an ends by the dollar sign.
No.
It's okay
No.
to
No.
sell murder. It's okay
No.
to put murder
I'm telling
in
you,
It's okay to kill you and put you in a motherfucking song to disrespect everybody around you because it's gonna sell. It's okay.
No, it's not. What I'm saying is, it's all fuel behind. But for these DJs, they boxed in. What else they gonna play? Who else the fuck they gonna listen to? But we getting off this. What I'm saying is, somebody brought up the fact of what we gonna do about this. What we gonna do about this?
You gotta stop. You have to stop. Like the music has to.
Well, it's deeper than it's deeper than the DJs. It's deeper than a radio station. But the radio stations
The
is
record companies.
the radio companies and shit. I can't.
But if
give
you
them $3 million.
if
Fuck
you
it.
stop supporting it, they won't sell it. You're not gonna have a particular item in the store for too long if it's not fucking selling. If you put a dress inside of a store and that bitch been sitting there for 1 fucking month in the front and it's not gonna sell, they're gonna replace that dress with something else that's selling. You control what's being sold. I just told you, music is mass marketed. They're
It is,
selling what you're buying.